Can you still get rich investing like Warren Buffett in 2019? Now, a lot of people always telling me, Tommy, why do you invest the way you do with index funds and all these things? Why don't you just invest in individual stocks? And it's because I learned a lot from Warren Buffett, and I also learned that I do not want to be reading like 900 pages of articles on finances and all those things, so I can actually find a good stock and pick it and get all the revenue that I actually deserve from all that hard work. Now, here's the main idea. Can you still get rich in 2019 very fast investing like Warren Buffett? The answer is no. Obviously, it's no, no, no. I think a lot of people out there have never read the biography of Warren Buffett, and they actually think that Warren Buffett made all his money absolutely from investing. Yes, he made the large portion of his money from investing, but you gotta understand that Warren Buffett, since he was a kid, since he was 12, he had his own like paper route. He saved like $10,000. Then he had his own like, he bought his first stock from his dad. I think it was like a steel company. Then he had like these like coin machines all around and all these and then he bought the newspaper. Listen, the point is, and I want you guys to go ahead and like read his biography and actually find out how he actually started. Because remember, to make the type of investments that Warren Buffett did, he needed some sort of capital. And to get that type of capital, it takes a little bit more time. You know what I mean? So it's a lot of upfront hard work, and then you invest it. And then from then on, he makes smart investments and he just continued going and going. So really look up the history of Warren Buffett. And now, if you really want to get rich investing like Warren Buffett, then you need to learn about a few rules that he has, right? The first rule is don't lose money. The second rule is don't lose money. The second rule, and those are just like little jokes that he has, but the main idea is when you're investing into a company, don't just invest thinking it's a stock, but invest thinking that it's an actual business. And invest in the company, but actually do research on the company, culture, the management, on all these people that go into that company. To actually get all that information, you're gonna have to read like a 10K document. You're actually gonna have to go there, see how everything works and everything like that, and then go forward from there. It takes a lot of work. And if you know Warren Buffett, then you know that you need to learn from him. Charlie Munger, need to learn from who else? Graham. There are a lot of people that if you want to learn about Warren Buffett, you need to learn about them. Oh, one last thing I want to say about this entire thing about Warren Buffett and how he invests is that he invested in a lot of cigarette butts because he had a little formula. I think it was intrinsic value that he got from Graham, and that's how he made most of his capital, I think, in the beginning, to actually be able to invest in his entire thing. And then he had people invest in him so he can invest out there, and it was like a whole thing, and that's where the entire thing came about, right? But the main idea is this that I want to get across to you guys, right? If you want to get rich like Warren Buffett, then study him. That's fine, right? That's gonna take a lot of work though. But if you want to get rich investing and still doing what you do now, it's a very simple way to do it, right? And this is what Warren Buffett recommends in a lot of his books, right? It's just invest into index funds. Index funds track the whole market, so it's a big portfolio, and it tracks the SP 500s, which is like the top stocks out there. So it tracks the whole thing, and it follows the entire gain. So you don't have to invest in one stock, and if that stock goes down, then you're effed. No, you don't have to do it like that. So you invest in the index fund, and if one stock goes down, it doesn't matter. If the market made like a 5% gain, then you made a 5% gain. So you're always tracking it. And overall, long term, the market is always making between 6 to 7% every single year. When it has a market correction means when I'm talking very fast. Let me slow down. I'm sorry about that. But when the market has a market correction, it probably means that it's probably because the market is readjusting itself. So that's when like it takes like these big dips. I like to take those big dips and invest more money, because you get in the index fund stock at a lower price, and index fund stocks are really expensive. They cost like $250 each of them. So for example, if you want to start investing into index funds, and I like doing this because I can still have my job, I can still have whatever I want to have, but I'm building money there for the future. So you can have your 401k, your retirement plan, all these things, and still invest in index funds. And here's one thing, right? If you're my age and you're like maybe like 20, 19 or whatever, and you're investing like $500 a month, by the time you turn 60, you're gonna have $1 million saved up. So that's in 40 years, you're gonna have $1 million saved up. A lot of people go there, and I hate this argument, bro. I hate this argument. People tell me, oh, it's gonna take so long. A lot of people go their entire life, and by the time they're ready to go, they have like literally like $10,000 in the bank, like probably like less than that. So it's an entire life built up to nothing. So I prefer 10 times to have a big amount of money there. And by the way, remember, index funds, they pay dividends too. So $1 million, and I think dividends is like 2%. So you calculate that. So they're still paying you for being an owner of them. You know what I mean? So you're still making a ton of money. So this is my main idea, right? You don't just have to do investment, right? But you can do that on the side. So for example, I'm gonna give you guys my little story, right? So my name is Tommy, right? I have my business. I'm trying to build my YouTube business and all these things, right? And I have a separate business I don't really talk about, but I do all these three things, right? But I also want to invest money for my future, right? For my future self. So what do? I take the money that I earn every single month and I divide it into little pieces. If you don't know how to budget, I made a video about that a while ago, so you can actually watch that and you can actually learn what I'm talking about right now, right? So a basic idea of how to actually do that would be like, for example, if you're earning $1,000 a week, and say for example you need to pay bills, you need to pay all this stuff, so say you spend like $500 on your bills, and then you can take the other 500, you can take 250, put that into your business so you can actually grow a business, and the other 250 into your investment account so you can actually grow your investments. And that's what I like to do. Guys, this is a very simple video. I didn't want to like make it way too long. If you didn't get what I said, I basically said this, right? You can get rich investing, but it's going to take a very long time, right? But that's not even as investing being your career. But if you want to make investing your career like Warren Buffett made it his career, then you still can do that. It still works. There's still a lot of companies out there. Don't believe this entire thing that we're in a bad economy, blah, blah, blah. Is it BS, right? So build up your capital, build up your businesses, and then really research how Warren Buffett invests and really take on his entire style and then merge it with yours. You know, don't just take everything he says for like word, but really merge it with yours and try to like find a balance. And you know, you find a balance and so on, but always invest for long term. That's the main thing that I've learned from Warren Buffett and all these big millionaires out there. It's always long term. All this short term stuff is cool in the beginning. There's no real value in that. So guys, my name is TommyBryson. If you don't know me, you're gonna know me. Thanks for watching this video. Like, subscribe, comment, and it's a short one, I know, but I just wanted to put this video out there as soon as possible. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.
You've got to start at the bottom if you're ever gonna reach the top. You've gotta watch all the seeds you sow.